Well, did that work?
Are we online? Man, we're having a tough time here, guys.
We have the absolute worst internet. Central Oregon internet, absolute garbage. It's a monopoly, and I don't want to talk too much about it, but I will say we'll probably drop several more times tonight based on what we've experienced so far. So
we're doing
sorry,
the best
everybody.
we can. Yeah. I feel like it is because it's 50 degrees today.
I don't care what the temperature is. We got this new company that's supposed to be, they bought out the old company, which already wasn't very good.
All right.
Same great service. We'll see.
Oh, well, welcome everybody. It's Thursday happy hour, and happy hours are supposed to be happy.
Yeah, I'm all fired up. You want to start with bourbons or rye today?
Just making sure, give us a thumbs up that you can actually hear us today. Welcome everybody. Let's say hi to everybody first.
Hey everybody. We're using a new camera tonight, so this is the first time we've used a proper camera for a live stream, by the way. So that's exciting stuff, and I feel like we look very clear. It's weird. It's weird looking at myself this way.
That's so funny. I feel like I saw a comment that said, "There's only one glass." Don't worry. There's always more.
There's more. Hello, Love Boat Captain Kathy Huey. Cheers. We're drinking one of your samples tonight. Eric Gunderson, we're doing one of yours too. Border Hordes, cheers. Good to see you. EJ, aloha, and cheers from Oregon.
Yes, of course.
Johnny 5. Did Mavis see her shadow today? She
has a shadow right now.
Yeah.
I can never remember, is the shadow a good thing or a bad thing? It doesn't matter. There's always more winter.
Yeah.
Even when they say there's not, there's always more.
Eric C is here. Welcome to you. James Bandy, good to see you. Evan Williams, Bottled and Bond. That is
nice.
Nice. What am I thinking? Budget bourbon.
Nice.
DK Tucker, good to see you. Excellent. Nice crew in the house tonight. Troy and Lisa Toole are here. Brock Keane is here. Jeff Perkins is here.
Yeah. So I have another computer going simultaneously over here, boy. And I just turned the internet on. So if it fails, it's my old piece of crap computer.
Chances are good we're going to be rebooting several times tonight. So hang in there.
We're okay.
We're doing the best we can with it.
Shoot.
Thank you, James. You are in. We're not going to say what this bottoms up flight is going to be, only that the bottles in it, a couple of them are allocated. Not hugely. Sure. Don't think like crazy allocated, but allocated. Not easy to find most of them.
But we thought it'd be kind of fun because we're really digging the bottoms up thing.
Yeah,
we've done a lot. Like we've done from $15 all the way up to $75.
Yes, indeed.
And I think the last one, there was a couple that came in the mid 60 range, but this is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
The next one coming up. So I'm excited about it. And then you can drink along, because originally I was like, oh, it'll be a surprise. We'll let you, put the numbers on. But of course, when it's recorded, it tells you on screen what we're drinking. So it won't be a surprise. You can just drink along.
EJ wants to know if we tried Verizon Wireless's broadband. Yeah, we use it in the van. That's how we get by in the van.
We actually thought about just hotspotting, like getting the actual, because don't they have an actual
our Verizon
wireless
service here is no better than.
I feel like it's better than our internet, so can't go too bad on that.
What is up, Ruby Heart? Welcome to you. Todd Potes here. Peach Coke. We know Peach Coke.
Peach Coke in the house.
Peach Coke, by the way,
Ruby in the house.
Claims not to be a hollaback girl. Absolutely is.
I don't even know what that means.
Welcome, Dr. Robert. Good to see you. Whiskey Nose Marty. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Eric Gunderson in the house and in for this flight tonight. Best way to spend a Thursday evening. Hi, Mavis.
Yeah.
How about that? Covered a couple bases there. Well done.
So like all proper animals, I moved, furniture around, put a chair over here so that I can type and talk and do all the things. She totally bogarted the chair. Then I had to move it. I got that grouchy
grumble case.
Grumble, what do you do when this is my house? And so here we are. But she's gonna be fine. Maybe she'll make an appearance.
Canadian Chris in the house. Central Kentucky Bourbon Hunter, some Russell's 10, absolutely. Barter Hordes says the new camera looks very clean, but the picture seems a bit darker than in the past. Thing is, we've got more lights on than we've ever had before.
So I wonder.
I think it's high contrast.
Maybe it's just there's more of us.
The camera might be adjusting because of all the lights too.
I don't know if it's a better thing if we're clearer or if we should just go back to being a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, for the night until we figure it out, turn up the brightness a little bit. It's good for you.
And it was funny today because as you know, I mean, you wouldn't be following us if you didn't know our mannerisms at this time, but we always wait till the last second to do everything. It feels like, not that we don't.
We've been working on this for 45 minutes.
No, we have. I know. And then all of a sudden at like, I guess it was like 3, you were like, we have a new setup. We should actually live stream from the new setup. And
I've been trying to forever. We're just,
yeah.
What can you do?
No.
Thank you, Kathy Huey. It is going to be a fun night. Hello, Mavis. And Mavis, everybody loves you.
Everybody loves it. She's sitting right here.
We'll see if we can scoop her up here.
I'll scoop her. Yeah.
You are in, Kathy. And I just need to verify, Kathy, this MB Roland Bourbon 4-year 110 proof, is that a, oh boy, you can't see that at all. And it's getting worse. All right. Well, if that's from you, Kathy, I believe it is. Let us know. And I think we should start off with that, and then we'll move on to the Rise.
Phil had mentioned, or I was asking what we're going to drink today. We said samples because we have so many lovely samples from everybody. And then he mentioned rye. And I just the other day said, I think that I need to start drinking my ryes again. I've kind of stayed away from them. I'm not sure it's the right season for them.
I don't know.
And every time I have one, I'm just like.
We really got into the Rise this fall, though.
Yeah.
And everything else. We get into everything. Barter, you are in. By the way, Barter. How'd we do? Anybody still there?
Holy smokes. What happened?
I'm thirsty. Let's get right to the drinking tonight because it's going to be that kind of night here at the Bourbon Fan.
Wow. So if you didn't notice, we're in a different spot.
Yeah.
We just moved everything from the studio into the office, and now we're gonna party. I think there's a lot of comments.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's get a move on here. Let's get to the whiskey. I think that's the very first place to start.
I want to go back and read some of the comments, but
let's get to the whiskey first.
I know.
All right, NB Roland Bourbon, 4-year, 110 proof. Sorry, everybody. Sorry for all this. This internet is not good here.
You know what's great is that we have such a wonderful community that I bet they were just talking amongst themselves and having a good time without us.
There are still 44 people here, and it's a miracle.
I can't believe it. I thought we were going to come back out and be like,
you really are the best in the whole world. No. Yeah.
Oh, man. Sorry, guys. But it seems like we're back up and running, hopefully. And hopefully we sound okay. And now is definitely time for a drink.
Yeah, I agree.
Man, talk about a way to start a live stream. It's been a while since we've had this many technical difficulties.
You know what the thing is? We actually have all the technical elements now. We have a great microphone. We have a great camera. We have proper lighting. We've got the setup we want. We even have a cat.
We do have a cat. Yeah.
Still can't get anything to work. So
I love it.
Thank you to each and every one of you for hanging in there with us tonight. I know that's
so
a
funny.
Bit of a pain.
I do feel like it can only go up from here. Oh my gosh. I love it.
Let's find out. Well, there you go. We have our first pour of the night. Thank you very much, Kathy Huey, for this one.
Yeah.
I believe. Did she ever say that it was her?
Oh, yeah. We got to go back to. So now we're going to be super far behind, but we're going to go back to in the comments. So
Regs is here. Kenny Mule. Bourbon Crew is here. Paul Kukil, one of the better live streams. How dare you? Brock Keane is here.
Yeah, when you can't see our faces, it's always a good thing. I wonder how it ended.
We're shaking the whole table here. Let's not rest on the table.
I was gonna say, I wonder, keep doing it too. I wonder, like how you freeze. You know, like when you freeze in a meeting, and it's always somebody going like this, or something, right? And then they like pause for like 5 minutes until like their screen either comes back or whatever. I wonder what we look like.
Probably not good.
Usually get like a screenshot from a coworker. It's good time.
Welcome, Leslie Lockett. It's good to see you. Mark Warner is here. First live, not sure about this. Yeah, you guys joined us for a good one. And now that we're in here, Mavis is absolutely tearing apart her stand over there to make just as much noise as she possibly can.
It's okay. It's so funny. Of course, we would get some first timers on the live stream, but see how fast we like came together. Well, I'll say Phil came together.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So here we go.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for sticking around.
It smells like Stroop waffles.
Mm-hmm. I forgot that
Tastes like honey stinger waffles.
Wow. So honey.
Yeah.
This is different. This is going to be a problem because I like to like rest on things.
Yeah. If everything's shaking, you'll know it's a Julie thing.
Wow, this is so much honey in it. There's a licorice note to it, but not like super rich or super.
Reminds me of chocolate flavored Twizzlers.
Yeah.
Interesting. Katie Two Cats is here. Kisses to Mavis. Did you hear that, Mavis? Oh, she's grumbling at somebody outside. She doesn't like whatever's happening out there. She never does.
Usually not. Yeah. She is a I think we've told you this before, but she's a grumbler, and she doesn't do it as much anymore. I think she's getting more comfortable with all the traffic and the foot traffic that goes past our house. But I used to think it was so cute because like somebody would walk by or somebody walking a dog, and she would just be like, "Rrr," and I was like, keep that up. Yeah, keep those people away.
Yeah. I do think she's going to do a lot more of that when we're in the van, which, by the way, Julie's had her on a harness, on a leash. I recorded some of it today. She was actually outside on the back porch where it was cute.
Yeah, today was her. I like it. We talk like as a child. It's kind of our child. Her first day, she took steps. She was brave enough to take steps out the back door.
Yeah.
So baby steps. She doesn't mind. She doesn't like getting in her harness.
Next thing you know, she's gonna be out there bringing boys home.
I know. other cats in the neighborhood. We already have them all over. I don't know. I think they know that we like cats, but she's doing pretty well. I think it's a good thing that she's so young because poor Norman, like he was like 13 and we're like, sorry, dude, we're going to start walking.
Time to go outside. Rex Lugo is here and he says, Goonies never say die. Well, you know what? Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. We're hanging in there. Thank you for that. Mike Hunter says, what else could we ask for? I have no idea. But you're right. Leslie Lockett says, let's drink. And I'm into that. Larceny A123. Brock, now that we have everyone back. Yeah, I appreciate that. Waited until it was time. Rebel Lockett, start drinking. Yeah, got it. Canadian Chris is in for tonight. For the flight, by the way, which is still that's still happening. That's the one thing that's gone right on this stream so far.
Hey, thanks, guys. I know you came in, we weren't even here, and you're still like you had faith that we would be back.
Right. Yeah.
And to be perfectly honest, like we are on the internet, but I'm hotspotting over here because I just do not trust that.
Yeah.
Anything's gonna go right here.
So, Kathy, this is yours, this MB Roland Bourbon 4-year 110 proof. Share any details that you have on it. I actually don't know anything about that brand other than it's 4 years and 110 proof, this particular batch.
I would also do a quick search while we're drinking, but we've seen what's happened there.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna.
Here's another thing that actually went our way today. Keith J from MA says he got the box in good shape today. Haven't opened it yet. Can't wait. That is, he did so well for us in the Advent tournament that we said you didn't win one of the 4 bottles, but you finished the second highest patron in both of our tournaments. We thought we have to do something for him, so we sent him several samples. And at the same time, we sent out some other samples to another channel and some other things. All of it got lost. It just arrived today. That was all sent out in the
January 3rd.
January 3rd.
And, nobody likes to call like UPS or any kind of postal service at all because you don't get any answers. And the amount of times I called, asked for updates. I went to the store like 3 times and they're like, I was like, yeah, we're missing a package. And they're like, I'm like, from January through, they're like, yeah, the trucks are missing. Like literally the people were like, yeah, everyone's missing their packages from January through. So like trucks all over the town went missing.
So UPS actually was kind of having a worse January than we had tonight. So we can't complain too much.
I can't. And because they all showed up. And one of them, like, I was a little bit, holy smokes, thanks Eric.
Thanks Eric. Yeah. You're in tonight. And Vandemonium, I would say that we've achieved it here.
I love Vandemonium.
It's great.
We were talking about this yesterday quickly. We had a impromptu Patreon live stream and I got the cat is like going crazy. She's just dangling. I wish you could see her.
I'm gonna open the blinds so it makes less noise.
Yeah. But we were thinking about the van thing that's up at Mount Bachelor, and I think now I just lost it, but it's not Vandemonium, but it's like Vanagon, like a van. Shoot,
it's not.
I really want to learn.
We both forgot what the heck it was called. All I know is that it wasn't very fun last time.
Ronde van. There it is. I knew it was something.
Yeah, I did say chocolate flavored Twizzlers. Yeah, have you never seen those? The chocolate flavored ones? I haven't seen them in years, but
yeah. But thanks. We weren't going to give up. Like to keep it rolling.
We didn't have anything else going on tonight. What are we supposed to do? I would have been bored if we didn't.
It was like normally when we have a Thursday live stream, I'm always like, it's always like a crazy day and I'm like rushing. And today I actually had a pretty chill day at work and it was good. And at like 3:30, I was like, can we move up the live stream? Like I'm ready to start drinking. But
Big Vic's backyard. BS. Cheers, you beautiful couple. What a nice thing to say. Terrence McDermott is here, sipping along with you in my mind. 5 a.m. wake-up calls and 50 to 60-hour work week. Yeah.
That's not fun.
No fun at all.
We should all just drink whiskey and not work.
I think that's a good idea.
I mean, how can you afford your whiskey if you're not working? But still.
Barter Hort says Stuff and Whiskey did a review of McCarthy's 6-year single malt this week. A Gunderstruck sample. When you get Gunderstruck. And we're going to get Gunderstruck in just a little bit here, actually.
Absolutely.
Kathy says, here we go.
I love it, by the way, because we were just talking about it. I'm hoping Gunderstruck just like takes off and that
stick.
Yeah, and then like you're on other live streams as well, and like Eric pops in and everyone's like, we're Gunderstruck. Like I want this to like keep it going, guys, because I think it's great.
Maybe get like a knuckle tattoo. I don't know how much of Gunderstruck you can put.
It's a pretty long name.
You have to go like halfway down your arm.
Well, I was thinking like we used to give, when we did 5 Sips, everyone used to get like a nickname, and then we kind of got away from that. Like when we first started doing 5 Sip Fridays, we would give people like the Chi-Town Sampler, and then what was Joe's? Driver Joe. Like everyone got like and we haven't really done that.
Well, we do.
But Gunderstruck did pop in for the 5 Sip, and that's where it came from. So
we don't do a ton of nicknames anymore. Those have always been fun though.
I love nicknames.
Maybe we should get back to it. Should we do 100% nicknames? Just make them up for 5 Sip Friday, or do you guys like it when your names are on here? Let us know.
Well,
I used to ask every single person, and it got to be unwieldy because people would get back to me like 3 weeks after their episode aired, and I was like, I already called you Spider-Man or something.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to do anything like crazy, but yeah.
Maybe. Kathy says that MB Roland is a craft distillery out of Pembroke, Kentucky, veteran-owned and operated. I'm in their Statesman program and have done 3 to 4 barrel picks for their gift shop.
Oh, sweet.
That's a fun time. That's very cool. Thank you, Kathy. Well, this is great. I really am enjoying this.
Yeah, and we were drinking something that was craft the other day, and craft does have a certain taste to it, and this does have like that crafty taste. It's delicious though. Yeah. It kind of hits the spot. Like I was looking for something that, I don't know, but
we were ready for some big flavor tonight.
Big flavors, a little bit different, a little punctuated, and this kind of fits the bill. And it's a little bit sweet with that honey note.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Leslie Lockett using a super sticker, which we can't see here, and that bums me out.
I know. I need to start rewatching. We make all the stickers, but I never see them pop up because we're on a computer. Yeah.
They do show up in our comments sometimes, and it's always a good time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leslie. You are definitely in tonight.
Yes. I know. I'm excited. We have not recorded the bottoms up yet that you are going to be winning the sample for. We just kind of brainstormed it, I guess probably last night, and I'm really excited.
It's gonna be
delicious.
It's gonna be a fun one. Yeah. I actually think it's gonna be really interesting too. I don't want to share too much about it, but it is one that I'm looking forward to.
I always pull for the underdog, right? And this feels like one that the underdog could maybe win.
Yeah. Barter says Gunderstruck. It's like when Norm walks into Cheers. Actually, we were recognized a couple nights ago. We went to a local place here for a friend's open mic night.
Yeah.
And we were recognized by a couple people there. And
I
told my brother, and he's like, "You're like Norm."
Oh, that's funny.
But he's talking about Gunderstruck here, which there you go.
Yes.
It's happening.
It is happening. If anything comes out of this channel, if that comes out of this channel, I feel like the channel's a success.
Yes. Mike Hunter says that MB Roland is a fun farm distillery stop. Can you camp there? We need to get in touch with them next time we pass through town.
And
we love camping.
And I believe that you already said this, but where is it out of?
Pembroke, Kentucky, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Is that right? Pem something.
Phil's family wants to do a family vacation, which not if you know their family, but like if you ever try to plan a family vacation as adults, it's like next to impossible, right? Because if you have kids, then that's a whole thing, and if you don't have kids, and that's a whole thing, and it's like whatever. And his dad was like, "Well, I mean, we could just like go to Kentucky," and we're like, "Oh, that's like a go to Kentucky, pick up all the whiskey, swing through, and head back." So it'll be fun. We'll see.
You can catch me in Kentucky. That's the best way for my family. They're like, we need to do a family vacation. Maybe we'll do Kentucky. Hang on, did you say Kentucky?
Yeah.
Now you've got my attention.
Yeah. I hope there's like a bad place to go. Well, there probably is, but but that'll be fun.
Pembroke, Kentucky is 30 minutes north of Clarksville, Tennessee, right off I-24. Well, that's convenient.
Yeah, there's also good stuff in Tennessee. So what I'm gonna do.
What are you going to do?
Oh, well, last time I saved a little bit, which is so unlike me, but I saved a little bit so that I could like try them all again at the end.
Sure.
And I think I'm going to do that again.
Yeah.
I really like this. There is a nice sugary note in it too.
Dylan Roskop, Rocky Top Roskop, speaking of nicknames, in the house.
Hi. Just popped in there.
All right. Okay, so we've got 2 ryes here.
Yeah.
One is a Driver Joe joint.
It sure is.
The other one is a Ryconic rye, a Gunderstruck sample. It says description in. Oh boy, he might have sent a note on this one, and I don't have it.
No, we probably have it. It's just probably over there.
Why don't we start with the Ryconic, and we'll save the Kentucky Owl for last? Because I don't think Joe's on, and if Joe pops, he usually pops on a little later. So if he pops in, we'll be here.
Yeah.
Logo glass?
Sure.
Sure.
You want me to pour?
Yeah, thank you.
You're usually pretty good at pouring.
Uh-oh, cat time. Just about the time I was going to get her, she bails on us.
Yeah, I watched a couple funny videos where, you know how cats are so fickle.
I would say fickle's a good word.
Where the guy was like, when she like ran over, whatever the cat was, ran over, and then like right before he got to it was like, like cut a corner, and it was like he was so dejected. I feel like that's just being a cat owner. That's
having cats.
Yeah. Man,
this is dark.
It was such a crazy start to this that I had like so much adrenaline coming.
Seriously, I think we should take a nap now.
I'm like,
okay, everybody take 5. Come back. We're going to take a live stream nap. Intermission.
Let's see. Okay, so we don't know.
I don't know anything about this Ryconic rye either. I apologize. So that is our Gunderstruck sample. 109 proof Ryconic rye. Eric, feel free to share anything that you want to about this. Sorry, I don't have notes on me. I didn't realize that there was a description in here somewhere. It may have been in an email that he sent.
I just did a quick search, as you do. That's what's nice about computers. Ooh. And I'm thinking if this is the right one, it says King's Family Distillery.
Does
that sound 109?
Yeah.
Top
shelf rye. Aged in 2 separate barrels.
Anyway, I'm not going to read any flavor notes.
Very good. 6 years, 109 proof, and double oaked. Hey, I like double oaked.
Smells
that explains the smell.
This smells like unlike anything that I've ever smelled before.
It's got a nice intensity, but it's not overwhelming. I think my glass needs a little rub of the shirt there. Our cabinets are everything smells like the cabinets, even when we rinse them.
It's probably because it's old. This one has an interesting aroma, and I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, this is really hard to describe.
There's something spicy in there. It almost smells like pickle juice. Like a dillness. So not pickle juice, but like dill. I'm cheersing again.
Yeah.
I think I have to drink this one to figure it out.
Let's get into it. Wow, does that drink very pleasantly. Ooh, coats really well.
It's another different one today.
It keeps coming. There is a pickleness to this, but there's a maple syrup to this too.
Ooh, there's a good viscosity in here.
I keep leaning on the table and shaking it.
Yeah, for once it's not me. Wow, it like really coats well.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a roller coaster. A lot of different flavors.
Super unique whiskey. Thank you for the sample. This is great.
Yeah.
There is a maple syrup to this, and if there's one thing that I obsess over in whiskey, it's maple syrup. I love it.
Or in just real life.
Yeah.
I'm like, want some maple syrup on your French toast? Yes.
I want it on everything.
Mm-hmm.
I keep going to the nose because there is a French toastiness to this. We've had some really wild rise on like 5 Sip Friday. Like we had that Angel's Envy pick that was called something cinnamon French toast or something. I think this is more cinnamon French toast than that one was.
I'm trying to figure this one out. You can see the little
the thought lines.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure if it's like a boysenberry or like a blackberry. There's something like rich and deep fruitiness about it that's not like a I do think it's like a berry, but I don't think it's like a sweet berry.
It's like blueberry ice cream. I always expect more flavor from blueberry ice cream, and it's always just like
a
little bit of blueberry, a tiny bit.
I don't think Chris is on, but again, the ice cream and whiskey pairing.
Oh no, Bourbon of the Week was here earlier. I don't know if he still is. By the way, we were just talking because we sent him some samples. He's starting to get into American single malts, and we talked about doing because it's NHL All-Star Weekend, we talked about a home and home series where we do a couple on our stream and a couple on his stream next week. So we may be doing that. That could be really fun. If we are, we'll notify everybody. We'll send out the bat signal.
The bat signal, excuse me.
Toasted rye goes into a third barrel.
This is warm. It's only 109, right? I have it. Never mind. Yeah, 109 proof. It's nice great. And toasty.
This is very good. Perfect drink for this time of year. And you're right, we haven't had enough rye lately. This hits the spot.
I do have to remember that we are drinking rye. I think this is why I like rye, because there's just a uniqueness about them. I also understand why people don't like rye, like who are just pure bourbon drinkers. But there's just something unique and interesting and different about drinking a rye that really appeals to my palate, and it's fun. This is like the right time of year. Today is like the right day.
Oh, this one's nailing my palate today. This is a perfect sample for today. Keith J from MA says, since you're travelers, you might enjoy this. 7 miles from me is Route 20, and it goes all the way through to the center of Bend, Oregon. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Literally, if the route itself didn't turn, it would stop in our house. We're right there.
Correct. That's so funny. And MA, so Massachusetts. That's crazy. That goes all the way. So usually when we take off out of town, we take off on Route 20. Is usually the way we're going if we're just going east. It's a beautiful drive. Pretty remote though. So you have to spend a few hours without actually it was pretty good with internet, but like there's like nothing until you there's just you gotta get in BLM land.
You get
basically.
To Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
And then after that, there's nothing again for a really long time.
True.
Big swaths of the West.
Yeah.
Can be very boring, even though it's different to look at. It's pretty.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I like things that like the rainy, like the way that rain makes things green and colorful and beautiful. And when we moved here, that is not what this looks like, right? We live in the middle of we don't live in the desert, but it's like a very deserty landscape.
We're on the one river next to the desert.
No, it's very green too, but like it's just dry and took a little bit of getting used to. And I was like, I remember the first few years, I'm like, it's just not pretty. I just don't like it. Like if there's pretty stuff here, it's just not pretty. Like I want it to be green and mossy and like all that kind of stuff. And now I feel like I'm just like obsessed with the landscape because it's so desolate. Like even when it's like busy or you're on a road, like you feel like you're just in somewhere different. Like it's just very,
it's wild.
It's very wild. Yeah.
Eric Gunderson, let us know. He just said, I sent you no new riff samples, which we appreciate. How do we do on our tasting notes? Pickles, maple syrup.
I don't think it tastes like pickles. I just thought like a little dill on the nose.
Well, pickle nose. Melissa's here. Cheers. Glad to be here. We're glad you're here. Peach Coke having a lovely Irish rye. Everywhere we went in Ireland, there was some distillery that had a rye. I can't remember what the brand was now. Not Bushmills. Don't think it was Powers. It wasn't Jameson.
I'm not gonna know.
She was a squat little bottle, I think. I cannot remember. It was a newer thing though, because they were really promoting it hard, and we never did get a chance to try it. We had chances, but we always wanted.
But we're like, we have so much at home. We don't. We got a lot of rye. Be all the way over here and trying it. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't recall.
Yeah. Somebody actually mentioned Pikesville earlier, by the way, and that is because the Bourbon Crew says haven't been a big fan of rye, but tried Sagamore, really liked it, and that's for us kind of the gateway was Old Forester.
Yeah, that tastes like candy though. Yeah, so if you don't like Jolly Ranchers, you probably don't like that
100
one.
Proof, it's so good. Yeah, it's cherry Jolly Ranchers, and then the Pikesville because it's 6 years aged, 110 proof, $50. Great bottle.
Yeah. And that's funny because when we were at that open mic night, we were just talking to a friend of ours, coworker, and we were talking bourbon as you do. Just as you do. And he said he was drinking Pikesville at the time, which I then of course gushed about it because I love it.
As we do.
Yeah.
Kathy. Oh, where was it? There it is. Kilbaggen. That was the brand. That was the one that we kept seeing. So there you go, Peach Coke. We'll stop by your place and have some Kilbaggen.
We'll be over right after this.
Immediately after this. Yeah, we're going to stop by the broadband facility and throw eggs at them. Then we're going to come see you.
I've done that before.
We won't throw
eggs.
Not
throw eggs, but
we'll throw empty bottles
out. I saw a meme or whatever a few months ago, and it was something to that effect about like, remember when we used to just like waste, because eggs are so expensive now, right? When we used to just throw eggs and throw toilet paper just for fun. And I was like, yes, I do remember doing that, because we TP people's houses all the time as kids.
Here's a fun fact.
It was so funny. I was like, great point.
Anybody out there got a high school ring? I had a high school ring.
I did not get one.
I got one and
I did get a jacket.
Went toilet papering at somebody's house.
Did you chuck it?
Threw it right off my hand and never found it. So.
Oh no. Like, did it go that far?
It didn't not go far.
Oh, whoops. Was your mom upset?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe go back like the next day, help clean up the toilet paper.
I was going to say that you'd be like, sorry, it was us that did it. You always got caught.
Oh, I got caught doing it.
Not that you didn't always get caught, but you always knew like so-and-so's having a sleepover tonight. So obviously if your house got TP'd, then it was the other people and vice versa, right?
It wasn't like we were quiet about anything.
No, I had friends that lived down the street, because I lived in the same house for like 25 years or something. Like my parents never moved. And so the guy that lived down the street, same age. And so he would have a sleepover, we would have a sleepover. And then we would just go back and forth. Like just kids. I want to go back. Kids aren't TP anymore. I'm sure that there's some sort of law against that. Not law, but like.
Do you think kids don't TP now?
I've never seen.
There's just no big oak trees around here, so they wouldn't get TP'd. Can you imagine pulling a toilet paper out of a juniper tree?
We do live in Oregon, and it seems like one of those things where
we don't really litter much in Oregon. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've never in the last say 15 or 20 years, I have never driven past a house that was TP'd.
Right.
Like right. Toilet paper streaming from.
I cannot remember the last time I've seen it, and I remember seeing it all the time back in the day.
Yeah.
Teresa Martinez is here, by the way, drinking Smooth Ambler Contradiction and making Beyond Beef Stroganoff. Well, that is a great effort.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we could be a part of it.
Me too. Also, Beyond Beef is delicious.
Yeah.
I get on these tangents, but it's not really my fault.
It's a live stream. That's the point of it.
I know.
It's a conversation.
I was so excited because, as you know, we're going to be doing the wing challenge again. It's been a whole year since we did the wing challenge. But I said
we need to get more hot sauces because we ate them all.
Yeah, we did. We just finished 2 of them this week. It's terrible.
West.
But I said I don't want to do actual wings this year because nobody wants to watch somebody eating wings on camera. It's just not sexy. Not that like watching us do anything is sexy.
If there's one thing the Bourbon Band is concerned with is looking sexy on camera, everybody. You might not know it, but it's a consideration for sure.
I know, but like, I remember that where I was just like trying to pull like things off because I was like, I'm not just going to eat like it just is not a good look for anybody. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get chicken wings. And anyway, I mean, not chicken wings, chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah, nuggets.
And then you're like he's gluten-free. So I got the Beyond Burger or Beyond Meat thinking that it was still breaded. Anyway, that was a long way to say that I still like Beyond. I have a whole thing of Beyond chicken or whatever that I'm going to be tackling at some point. Good story.
Ruby suggests Nichter's Rye, which is of course fantastic. My brother was in DC yesterday, and he messaged me this morning and said, "Hey, I tried Nichter's bourbon for the first time. I loved it." And
baseline or
he said it tastes like an oatmeal cookie.
I didn't see it.
He actually got his hands on a toasted bourbon, and then promptly sold it to a friend of his that was like, I really want that. And since he'd never had Michter's, he was like, yeah, okay.
Oh, and then he regretted it.
So he said, this morning was like, I should have held on to that one.
How available? Michter's is something that I actually have not had a Michter's that I haven't enjoyed.
Yeah.
But we just generally, except for the rye, don't really have it on shelf. I mean, we have
a bourbon here.
We do have a couple, but I never think about purchasing it at the liquor store. Maybe just because we have a couple right now. But is it something that's super available?
Not really. We don't see a ton of it around here. We see the rye and we occasionally see the bourbon.
Yeah.
The in Indiana at Lake Liquor in Cedar Lake, they have a stack of the rye, the bourbon, and the American whiskey, and not the toasted or cask strength, just the regular stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the American whiskey around here in maybe ever. So
wait, I thought that's not the one we have.
We have the bourbon and the rye.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Laurent Varnado. I don't know if I said that right, but I like the way that rolled off the tongue. It felt right.
Nice. Yeah.
Friend lives in Bend and sent me an Oregon Spirit wheat. Haven't tried it yet. Oh. I like Oregon Spirit because they make all their grain comes from local.
Yeah.
Especially the rye. Their rye is awesome.
Oregon also very crafty. I actually think that.
Oh,
I have another.
I gotta do a continuation of this story that I started to share with Barter way long ago before I lost my mind and things went haywire.
But I just want to say, Oregon Spirit's delicious. If you're ever in town, you should go to their tasting room because they make the best cocktail. I actually think it's the best cocktails in town.
I agree.
And then the rye is really good. So they do amazing, because we're doing rye tonight, but they do an amazing rye. Like I've done a flight of all of them, and I think the rye was my favorite. I don't remember the wheat. I think you just had that one.
Their new bottled and bond rye. Yeah. It's pricey, but it's very good.
Yeah.
It was a distillery exclusive last I saw, but quite good. Leslie Lockett's drinking old fashions, and we just put our old fashioned with our homemade syrup into our barrel last night. So if you're Patreon, go back and watch that pop-up live stream and see what recipe
4 to 6 weeks though. So I'll have a lot of old fashions that aren't barrel aged before I get to that barrel aged one, which it'll be I guess you put an ice cube in it, so it's the middle of summer.
Yeah, it'll be great. No, 4 to 6 weeks, not months.
Oh, right, 4 to 6 weeks. Oh, good. That's better.
Terrence says sexy is the reason I tune in, and I'm so sorry you've been disappointed so many times, Terrence.
Oh, yeah. It's not really in our wheelhouse.
Sexy's a good look. We wouldn't really know. Have you seen Hot Ones? Yeah, actually, go find the Hot Ones challenge on our channel from about a year ago, or a year and a half ago now. That's what it was based off of, except without the interview. It was just us eating and drinking.
Yeah, so we have watched Hot Wings a few years ago. We just binged, I think, the first 10 seasons or whatever. I just couldn't get enough of it. Basically because I'm so out of touch. I was like, I don't even know who any of these people are, and they're all famous enough to be on the show. We had to look up who
everybody on the show was, and I was like, is this what people are listening to? And I was like, oh no, it's not made for us. It's made for kids.
Yeah. Maybe, but I feel like I watch it so that I can see what the kids are watching these days, or listening to, or whatever. And so we did this Hot Ones challenge. It's actually really funny because I am somebody who likes a lot of flavor, so I don't want it to be spicy. I don't want the hot sauce to taste like burning. But I don't mind if my mouth is on fire as long as it's got good flavor.
Right, it shouldn't taste like you're welding something.
Totally. And in that video, because we didn't go all crazy like the Hot Ones, but Phil really falls apart, and it's funny. And I laugh at him because that's what I do.
I love it. I love hot sauce, but it doesn't love me.
Yeah.
James Bandy doing some Wilderness Trail rye. Boy, do we love that. Their cask strength stuff is just awesome. There's one floating around Central Oregon right now that is...
We're going to get that 8-year too.
Phenomenal. Yeah. One of these days, the 8-year will come here. We still haven't gotten our hands on it. It was our most anticipated bottle of 2022. Guess what it is this year? Most anticipated bottle of 2023.
We're always so late on everything that our bottles of the year are always the bottles of the year from the year previous.
We were the very first ones, I think, to get Elijah Craig barrel proof A123, except for, what's his name? Fred Minnick. I think he got it before us.
I haven't said this in a while on a live stream, but one of my favorite things is when your bourbon is gone. Mine's almost gone, but then you go back and you smell the glass. Yeah. There's just something so aromatic and wonderful. I feel like you get more from on the nose when the glass is empty than you do when the liquid's actually in there.
Well, for the nose, I think that's I actually believe that because it's more of the glass is coated. That's usually where I find the tobacco is when the glass is empty.
Yeah.
Diego Gutierrez is here sipping on some Starlight, Indiana. Classic
Starlight.
Right there. Rebel Lockett says nothing like chicken. Sexy. Hang on. An emoji actually made it into our chat for the very first time, so we're putting it up there.
Wait. Not even emojis don't make it?
I don't know. They probably do.
Yeah.
It's always a super sticker that doesn't work.
I love it. I pretty much drank this one down, and I was trying to save a little bit for everything. So I'm going to put that there. So I have one final sip at the end of the evening. So that I thought
we were finishing them.
Oh.
All right. Do Not Disturb Glasses, Patreon exclusives right there. We are going to rip into this. Keith J from MA says, never had an old fashioned. Any good recipes out there? And I'm going to give you one right now that's amazing.
Yeah.
2 ounces of, let's do the maple black walnut.
Okay, yeah.
2 ounces of a bourbon. I like either Buffalo Trace, Evan Williams 1783, or anything that's 90 or 100 proof.
Yeah, because that's the one we like. Sorry, I always forget. That's the one we like, not a rye, right? Like the straight bourbon. Yeah. Okay.
And then, so that's 2 ounces of the bourbon, and then what else do we put in that? Oh, a bar spoon.
Yeah, a bar spoon.
Bar spoon of maple syrup, good maple syrup, and then 2 to 3 shakes. I like 3 shakes of black walnut bitters, and then
stir it up 20 stirs or more.
20 times in one direction, 20 times in the other direction if you're OCD like I am, and then put some ice in it.
Put a nice big, if you can get those, big
rock,
cubes.
Big classy rock.
Yeah, I like that. Because then it kind of melts in. It's a little bit sweet at first, but then when the ice starts melting, then those flavors are great. And then the other one that we like is just a Demerara syrup with a rye.
Yeah, Demerara syrup is especially good. Yeah, but rye.
I generally, when I'm out.
Rye with simple syrup. It's the same recipe, 2 ounces rye, a bar spoon of some simple syrup or maple or whatever you have, and a couple shakes of regular Angostura bitters. Angostura bitters is good.
There is a difference between a good old fashioned and a bad old fashioned, because I have ordered old fashions out and about before, and they're wildly different.
Mr. Gunderstruck, Peach Coke addressing Mr. Gunderstruck.
Oh,
there.
Wow, he really waxed this one up.
That one's worse than. Yeah, should I get the channel locks? Oh, I just cracked my. Did you hear that? That's my wrist.
I might have to go get a knife. Actually, it's pretty. Oh, look at my hands all bad. It's pretty sticky, Joe. If you watch this lady went crazy on the wax on this one, and now I'm dulling it. That's good luck. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can crack this one. Maybe I'll just crack the actual bottle.
Maybe not a knife. Maybe just a pot holder or something, or a bottle opener, whatever. Bring the bourbon van down to Humboldt County in the summer, and we'll see if you can pair a bourbon with fresh grilled salmon over the campfire. Hey, that doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. Any kind of bourbon next to a campfire makes me happy. I don't care what we're eating. Bourbon crew heading out. Good to see you. Cheers. Troy Baker says the perfect Thursday evening. Bourbon Van Live, 143.3 Coy Hill in the Glen, and celebrating my wife's first 50 subscribers. Cheers. Well, good for you. Well done. And,
congratulations.
Coy Hill. Yeah, if you're celebrating, that's a pretty good way to do it.
All right.
If you're ever in Milwaukee, we've been in Milwaukee several times.
Ooh, the best baseball stadium in Milwaukee. Plus, you have the sausage run. Sorry, I just think
race is always
the sausage race for the baseball game. If you ever visit Milwaukee, I'm sure you have, obviously, gone to the baseball game. It's so funny. I love it.
Rob Goulday, sorry I'm late. You're not late because our internet is so bad.
Go to the beginning and see how not late you are.
I don't even know. How does this even work? Is it all on one video? Is it all one stream? Or did it produce like 3 links? I actually have no idea what happened.
We're going
because this is how little I know about the internet, about YouTube. I don't know nothing about it.
It's a series of tubes. We're like in three different worlds right now.
Grumpy wants to know, Punxsutawney Phil saw a shadow, but did Bourbon Van Phil see his? No, I ran on the treadmill today. I haven't even been outside.
I did say when I was coming home from work today, I was like, there's a lot of people out and about. And then I realized it was like 50 degrees. That was nuts.
Yeah.
It was like, we literally had 2 months of like 4. Maybe not that cold, but it felt like that cold.
It just...
bad day.
Yeah. Kentucky Owl, last rye batch, number 4, 112.8 proof. This is from Driver Joe 48. One of the absolute best finish line NASCAR wrecks you'll ever see. Go on YouTube, look them up.
Okay, so Kentucky Owl, one of those bottles that sits high up on the shelf.
Yes, or behind glass.
Usually a little dusty because it's so expensive that everyone's like, should I not?
I actually know where there are still bottles of this where people won't buy it, and it's actually not that poorly priced.
Oh, because not every time, but every so often, like for a birthday or holiday, we're like, let's get something that we're not normally going to spend our money on, like that we think is overpriced, but we're going to get it. And all the time, Phil's always like looking at like that Kentucky Owl
still there. Yeah, there is a bottle of it that I know where it is, and the way that this smells, if it's as good as it smells, might actually just buy it next time we're in that neighborhood. Terrence McDermott says, I need 100+ proof in my old fashioned because I live in Wisconsin and here they either put Sprite, sour, or soda water in old fashions. And that is true. They bubble it up with some sort of, it's usually Sprite. Yeah, if they're going to do that to your old fashioned, and they also smash like oranges in it and sugar cubes. Yeah, they go crazy over there.
I feel like this was on one of those how to drink things. Like,
yeah,
it was like
probably
an odd.
But our friend Levi has told us about this a few times. And if you're doing that, yeah, you go big on the proof.
Yeah. Because I don't know if we talked about this, maybe in our Patreons, but I made myself.
I was going to take a sip and I was like, we haven't cheersed yet.
Oh, well, we can.
Cool, because I want to take a sip.
Ooh, hold on.
Uh-oh, it's cat time.
Oh, look at these black paws. Oh, they're so cute.
Look at those little beans.
She's like, what?
What a good girl.
Shoot, now I lost my train. I'm like a little bit disturbed about the old fashioned because whatever.
That's like a horror show. That doesn't sound good at all.
It's like, I don't like that. It seems like don't waste your money on whatever it's going to cost, which is probably at least double digits there, like $12, $15.
If I'm going to drink a tall, bubbly, citrusy alcoholic beverage, it's going to be an orange whip.
Is that cream soda? That's one of my favorite
It tastes like a creamsicle.
Oh, but so anyway, going back to what I was talking about with the higher proof in the old fashioned, I did that the other day on accident. So I pulled out, was it like 120 proof, 115 proof bottle?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
the 1776 James Pepper cask strength. They're barrel proof, which isn't even available anymore.
For some reason, I thought it was like 90 proof or something like that. I'm making it old fashioned, whatever. I got it all. We sit down for a movie to take a drink, and I'm like, what is this? I don't like this at all. And
I can hear the narrator from Arrested Development. I thought it was 90 proof. It wasn't.
It wasn't. Yeah. And I don't think I make bad ones. Phil, you definitely make. I think you're more patient and more like exacting with like the ingredients you put.
I'm making it for you. I want it to be good.
I know, and I'm just kind of like throwing stuff in willy-nilly and then hoping it tastes good. Anyway, it was not good with that proof point. The old fashioned, it was too much and wrong whiskey.
Right. Yeah, it was a little much. Yeah. Brockeen wants to know, are you guys bringing back 5-Sip Friday? We absolutely are. We have more than 30 samples this year.
Yeah.
Last year, we took about a month off of all videos, and we didn't do any 5-Sips or anything. So we only had about 21 or 22 episodes. We'll see. This year we may have a few more.
So usually we save 5 sips. We try anyway to do 5 sips when we're out and about, right? Yeah. So we do a lot of camping.
We don't do it at home.
Weekend stuff. So we want that to be part of our like more travel side of the channel. So like this beautiful location and 5 sips, because it's they're super easy to portable, right? To get to places. But then we're like
portables.
Portables, so you don't have to take bottles. But 2, I think it's just like it's been kind of a fun thing for us. Like we're at like this beautiful campsite, we're hanging out, whether we're by ourselves or with friends, and then it's a great opportunity to record a video in a beautiful place. Yeah. And so we, depending on the weather, right? Like we could start as early. Last year, did we start April 1st or did we start March 1st?
I think it was in April.
But yeah, so usually it goes from like March or April through. This year, I think we maybe went through October because then we were getting ready for Advent.
Right.
So, and as you know, Advent takes over like the entire month. So it's a lot of planning and
takes over a couple of months, honestly. Independent Joe in the house. Good to see you, Joe. Thank you very much. And he's right. Join us on Patreon as little as $3 a month. We do all kinds of stuff there, and some of it's fun. Tim Robertson's in the house. Cheers, Phil and Julie. Cheers to you. Great to see you.
Cheers.
We haven't talked to Tim Robertson in a long time. Have you tried the Wiseman, the lower priced version? We've tried the rye.
They have a great label, green.
Yeah, we actually did the.
Sorry, they're all green. That's rye.
We did a tasting of it on Whiskey in the Van Wednesday. It's something we actually do have.
Yeah.
I just realized recently that it's non-chill filtered. I don't know that I would have noticed if I didn't read it on the bottle, but there you go.
Yeah.
The Wiseman's decent, just don't get the rye. That's what Joe says. And we had heard the exact opposite, which is why we wound up with the rye. And
I don't remember it. I kind of want to grab it. Like it is on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That old 55. Yeah, the tournament was all about the old 55 this year. It's so good. That is a wildly Yeah, it is a wildly unique whiskey that is worth seeking out.
We're going to send either your brother or Ruby and Eric to like go get more.
Or the Beckers, yeah.
Or somebody... the Beckers to like go sneak over there and get us more bottles. But we like doing the adventure. Oh, she's coming. So we'll probably be there at some point.
Yeah, I would prefer to just go there myself. Keith J is drinking Wheel Horse, not bad for $28. Yeah, absolutely. We have the Wheel Horse, had it. We drank it all.
I think we did. Yeah.
Because the original idea was, I thought maybe based on the price, the mash bill, and the proof point that it was a Wild Turkey 101 clone, and I never got the chance to try them side by side, but I did really enjoy it. It sipped really nice. Or get the rye. Joe. He's so accommodating. Independent Joe is the most accommodating YouTube channel.
Like whatever you want.
Yeah. You guys like it? Go ahead, have some. I
actually share that sentiment because I understand that everybody has different palates. Yeah. I'm sure you understand that everyone has different palates. Also, I'm sure we could all agree that some things are just not great, but there's a lot of things that I drink or drink.
Drinking right now.
Yeah. Where I'm like, I don't like this, but I can see what other people do.
Yeah.
Completely. Very open about that.
By the way, we're drinking.
Let's talk about it.
Kentucky Owl, the last rye batch, number 4, 112.8 proof, and the nose on this is something special. It smells like nothing else. Like it's very elevated. I think if you put this in a lineup of ryes, you would know right off the bat there's something doing here. I like it.
Well, because I've just been drinking, because I'm having a good time. So then a lot of times when I'm like, you have friends over or whatever, you don't really think about the thing you're drinking. You're just drinking it.
We have 58 friends over right now.
I know. And so that's why I wanted to think about this. Beautiful cherry note, nice oak.
Yeah.
This one could actually throw me.
It could pass for a bourbon.
I don't actually think that it's super spicy. Like there's nothing in here that is like baking spices, or sometimes you get that like anise flavor, or I don't know, anything like that kind of throws you. This is has a bit of a spice to it, but it's like pretty mellow.
I wonder if it's because we just came off that Ryconic rye that has so much flavor. Because
I've been ignoring my resolution water.
I do think it's very, very interesting. This is Christopher Grace. This is a Kentucky Owl batch 4, the last rye batch, 112.8 proof. Dr. Robert says Wheel Horse has a special release fall 2022 toasted. That's good, and it slipped under the radar. Never saw that. I've never seen anything other than that one rye that showed up on a shelf here locally.
It does have a rye nose to it, though. I think the nose is spicier than the palate.
I think it's a really complete whiskey. Whatever, it's flavorful. The nose is big. It coats nicely. The finish is lasting, even though it doesn't have the huge flavors of the Ryconic rye that we just had.
Yeah,
what's here is super pleasant, very enjoyable, and I can see why it's maybe not priced as high as it is, but I can see why it's an elevated sort of profile, an elevated sort of whiskey.
It doesn't drink a 112.
No, it's very satisfying though.
Yeah. How much does this cost, do you think, for a bottle? Do you know?
I saw a bottle for $195.
Holy.
And I think that's on the lower side, but somebody could correct me if I'm wrong there. I think this smells amazing.
You know how I feel.
Oh, I know.
I'm thinking about that, thinking like, are we paying for what are we paying for here? $190?
Yeah.
It is very delicious though, so I have no complaints.
Michael Hoffer, late to the party, but drinking Old Forester single barrel 128.9 proof and doing it right.
Man, Old Forester, the barrel proof ones, the single barrel proof. It's hard for me to say.
You're doing great.
They like, if you can get past, all of them have just a little bit of bite. There's something about those Old Forester single barrels that are like,
they're hot.
They're hot. Mm-hmm. But if you get past them, I just love them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is good. There's cinnamon in here now.
I actually did a back-to-back tasting of Old Forester rye barrel strength a couple of nights ago from 2021 and from 2022. And there wasn't a ton of difference, not to my palate. What I did notice about them is that they were very hot.
Yeah.
But very good. Oh, everybody loves Lost Monarch. I think that's our favorite redwood. bottle. We haven't gotten the cask strength ones aside from a couple of samples here, but the regular ones, it's great.
I know, Phil. We're contemplating an April visit to California only because there's some races that we've been looking at. And if we are, every time we go there, we have to get foot races,
trail races.
Yeah. But every time we go there, we have to pick up some of that only because we can't get it here. Which seems so silly. It's a border state.
We're right here.
We should get it.
Come on,
border
Redwood.
State. If there's anything,
we're right here. We're waiting.
We're waiting.
Did
they get into Washington? Does it just skip us?
Anybody from Washington? Let us know. Can you get those cask strength bottles?
Total Wine?
Because those are 3 that I would just put on the shelf. I wouldn't even think about it because I like all their stuff so much. Because if I saw those 3 bottles, I'd just buy them.
I'm almost positive. I mean, we did get it when we were there last time, but I'm almost positive when we traveled through Nevada at a Total. I think they have Total Wine in Nevada too, right? The cat's going nuts.
Absolutely. She's trying to get into the. We have a Weller box. It doesn't hold a bunch of Weller. It has a bunch of other bottles in it.
Yeah.
And that she
wants in. She wants into the bourbon.
She is such a tater. She's not going after the Crater Lake box. She wants the Weller one.
I love it.
Psycho.
She's like, I'm a high priority girl.
Oh boy. She's making a racket.
Oh, she's playing. She's fine.
Melissa says Mavis is trying to give a review, and absolutely, yeah, it's fun having her in house. Hey,
can you hear her? It's very noisy.
She just did a somersault off the box. Hey, come on.
So she's
there you go.
Oh no, yeah, she's very small and she's very wily. Like I feel like she's like a tiger or a jaguar that like you see them on videos. Jaguar would
just randomly fall out of a tree. She's the least.
No, but I mean, you know how like you see like those wild videos and like they don't have a backbone, but like they're basically twisting in air and doing stuff. That's what she does. Like it's crazy. Anyway.
Thank you, Michael. You are in. And by the way, I was just checking the time because it's 6:00 here. I think we're gonna do another. It's 6:05-ish. We call it at 6:15 tonight, do you think?
I was thinking 6:30.
Oh.
Well,
so you have some time to get into it.
We lost a little bit of time, and I'm just having a really...
I forgot. I'm having so much fun. I forgot that the first 15 minutes of the stream was an absolute disaster.
No, it is pure Bourbon Van gold.
I don't know if I would go that far. That was like, pretty stressful.
It's like, how makeshift could we do this?
Look at Independent Joe wants us to stop by.
Yes, please.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
We'll on the
what is your
outside?
What city area are you in?
Yeah,
so like
and you don't have to tell us here. You can tell us like in email us at thebourbonvan at gmail.com.
California's a big place. Just making sure.
Yeah, because we are thinking.
He's like, I'm actually in Tijuana.
Phil doesn't know, but. I mean, I basically planned everything. I'm like, oh, by the way, we have 12 campsites already booked for the summer. But I really do want to go to San Diego. Our friend we haven't been there since 2002 and loved it then. And our friends just went and they had like the best time. And I was like,
we also saw that
I want to go to the beach.
There's a cat cafe and bar on a rooftop.
Yeah. And today I was served an ad because you can tell what my search feed is all cats. And it was a cat cafe with a bar and it was on a rooftop. I mean, those are 3 things that rooftops, cats, and bars. Come on.
We could do that in the backyard if we wanted to.
Yeah, I know. We need to.
A tiny house with a bar on the top?
Yeah, but it's cold here.
Or just a place to sit on top of the van.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice. Anyway. Yeah. Email us later.
Okay, Baker Drink says never seen the cask strength Redwood Empire in Washington. Had to order online. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but we can't order though, because they don't ship here, right?
Is it
just specific?
Different vendors do ship to us. We've had things shipped to us before, and then we've had places that couldn't ship to us. So who knows? Dave Vogelzang picked up Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A123 yesterday in Indiana. Let us know what you think of it.
Yeah, that's the one we just picked up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Melissa says maybe your new addition needs to pick the next pour. She's currently tearing the blinds off the wall.
Which is fine. They're crap.
Oh, no. She's behind. I just saw a tail disappear into a crack in the wall.
Jeez,
this could be a long night.
Are you thinking about one more? So Melissa does make a good point. By the way, Melissa, thanks for, good to see you because I know Thursdays are hard for you.
I'm leaving this up.
Yeah.
Psycho. Oh my God. I love her so much.
Oh yes, I'm gonna go find. Do you want to before you do the barter story?
You want to surprise us with a pour?
Do you want another sample out of the sample box? We have a sample box.
we have 4 sample boxes. There's one right there. Do you want to dig into that one?
Sure.
Don't pick a rum.
No promises.
Every year we do a rum video because our friends at Truth Spruce Firewater Reviews send us rum samples, and after that video every year, people send us dozens of rum samples, and we get through them. We do. They tend to pile up.
No, that's coming up.
What do you got there?
No, that's beautiful. No.
That's beautiful. Oh, wait, barter hordes. The reason we were thinking about you is we've been watching a movie. I think it's called Transamerica or Transamericana. It's featuring Ricky Gates. He's an ultra runner for Team Salomon. I think it's on the Salomon YouTube channel.
It is, yes.
The Salomon running channel. So check out Ricky Gates on Team Salomon, and check out his cross country run. But you keep talking about wanting to do a cross country cycling trip. And it got us thinking, like, what would that route be? What would you do? So you can email us with any specifics that you have on that, because we're curious. Not saying we're going to figure anything out, just saying it's inspirational and we're curious about it. And you might want to watch that because we thought it was pretty great.
Yeah. That's my 2 cents. I had this moment today, like when I was pulling these out, that this bottle is chilly, which makes me think that our house is very poorly insulated.
It was 50 degrees after that.
Like this, it feels like it was like in like a beer fridge. All right, so
I love a beer fridge.
So this is what I selected. What
have you got there?
There were rums over there. There was also
come on. All I have to do is lean over and she's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. There's also a squirrel. Except it just said squirrel on it.
We have something that says squirrel in it?
Yeah.
In the box?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a bourbon rye rum. It's the brand name was Squirrel.
Come on.
Go look at here. I'll go get it. Oh, do you get?
All right, you get.
Yeah.
You get it because you've got us all very curious. I'm sure I'm not the only one here. Cheers, Dylan. Have a great night.
Oh, it's the peanut butter whiskey.
Oh no, that was gifted to us randomly at a liquor store. And I'm waiting until the day that we make our own pina coladas or a daiquiri because it makes a nice float. That's the only thing I know that you can do with peanut butter whiskey. You can put it over ice cream too. But a frozen,
we need more glasses.
What was it? The frozen pina colada. There used to be a bar in Denver that was an island bar, like a tropical tiki bar. And they would do a float on their pina coladas. And I don't think the bar is there anymore, unfortunately. Bourbon Wrench is here. It's a nerd party now. Trev's in the house. Surprise pour. Yeah, he's in the spirit. Here we go.
Give him a like and subscribe. We love Trev.
We do love Trev.
Live every Friday. I'm almost positive every Friday, right?
Is it?
You're such a trooper. So this is what I selected because we've been doing ryes today. I mean, the first one wasn't a rye, but the second 2 were rye, so I wanted to kind of stick in that category. Jack Daniel's single barrel 2020 rye limited edition.
Oh, hang on though.
I already opened it, so we're doing this.
This is a Brent Pounds joint.
Yeah.
The reason he sent us this is because we sent him a sample of our Jack Daniel's single barrel rye because they're different barrels and we wanted to see if they were different or not. So if we do that one, we have to do 2 samples.
Oh boy. Are we in for 2 more?
Not just 2 more. 2 Jack Daniel's single barrel rye 2020 limited edition barrel proofs. I'll go get the Jack Daniel's bottle and 2 more glasses.
Do you think, or should this be a video?
I've been wanting to do this forever. No, we should do it right now.
Okay. I'll go find it.
Okay.
It's the rye?
Yeah, it's just the bottle that's on the shelf.
I'm just going to just drink this from the bottle.
You can drink it from, that's a great idea. Oh, there's Bourbon of the Week. That's Chris, Bourbon of the Week. That's he's the one that we were talking about. That next week Julie's going to be out of town, which means that I'm going to be bachelor live streaming. And Chris and I were talking about doing a home and home NHL style series where we do a couple American whiskeys on our channel and a couple on his channel, and we'll see how that goes. That's the one.
Okay.
131.8 proof. That's not too much at all. Yeah, no problem. Oh, boy. Do it. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. JD 2020 Rye. Yeah, this is one of the best ones. I actually just got into this bottle not too long ago. You can see we don't drink it much because this is one of those that I revere. Like, this is one of my bourbon van favorites. Like, put this very near the top of my all-timer list. Love this whiskey. And so this is a special moment. After this, we're definitely going to take a live stream nap. Everybody on camera.
Good thing we have extra pizza from last night.
Sleep one off. It's going to be a great time. I agree. Oh, that's right. Yeah, pizza. All right. That'll be fun. What do we got going on here? We got Bourbon of the Week in the house. We've got
so many glasses here.
The Bourbon Wrench in the house. We got Independent Joe in the house, and Marty from Whiskey Knows was here.
Guys are so sweet.
It's a whiskey tube miracle.
Bonanza. Can we say bonanza? Whiskey tube
bonanza. All one word. Whiskey tube bonanza.
This smells so good, by the way. So we have 2020, and what's this one?
They're both 2020. They're both 2020, but they're from different batches.
I'm definitely not going to sleep great tonight.
We'll probably sleep soon.
True. We have been drinking a lot less. Well, now we're in a new month, but in January we definitely took a break from. I feel
like it sounds like she's above us.
I know, but we definitely took a little bit of break after Advent, and I will be honest, I did sleep better not drinking so much whiskey.
I didn't feel as good about myself. Keith J wants to know, is that a personal photo behind you or just a Walmart grab? And I'll tell you what it is. It's from New Year's Eve, circa 2011, Aragon Ballroom. Julie snapped this photo at the balloon drop New Year's Eve.
We were watching the Black Keys.
Black Keys at the Aragon in Chicago.
I think you're right. I think it was 2011. We were at a little place. It was New Year's Eve. Everything dropped. And old school, not even like cool iPhones, like old school phone, whatever I had, just like, oh, this should be cool.
There's one person down here that had an iPhone.
There's one person, but I like the hand. I don't know if you can see it real well, but I like the hands that almost look like aliens.
I think the microphone might be in the way. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
So it looks like aliens. There's one over here too, but these are like people in front of us, right? Like we had been standing with them all night, and I'm definitely not anymore, but at the time I was like someone who really wanted to like push forward, but we're super content with just like chilling in the crowd.
I'm still that guy.
And it was super fun. Anyway, I took that photo, and I think it's awesome. And Phil edited it and then made it into a little canvas.
I didn't have to do much editing. It was a great photo. The Black Keys used to play every New Year's Eve in Chicago at the Aragon, and we went every year. It was great.
I did little pours on that. Your Do Not Disturb is ours.
It's ours. Okay. So this is a Brent Pounds joint on the super good glass for both of us.
Well, you can't see this, so I'm not even going to put it there.
It's just going to be.
We're on a weird table,
so you're not going to see us at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are drinking now Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Limited Edition 2020 Barrel Proof Rye. One of the whiskeys among whiskeys. Everybody loves this one.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do Super Good is ours.
Super Good. No, Super
Good is Brent Pounds' sample, and the other glass is ours. So let's start with the nose on Brent's. I've been wanting to do this. He gave us a sample over a year ago.
Smells perfect.
It went right up my nose.
I inhaled too fast. We both did the same thing. Good professionals.
Hang on, I might sneeze. I think I have to sneeze.
Oh, sorry. That was hilarious.
Teresa getting the chicken icon, the emoji
I love it.
Into the super chat there, the sticker. Well done.
Wow. We don't know the proof on this one. Should I do a quick search on it?
Well, no, he sent us. It's just a different barrel than ours. So
it would be the same, like around a 130.
I think it was 133 to his.
Who said this was a good idea?
Oh my goodness, it smells amazing though. Let's do it back and forth.
Yeah. Ooh, actually his has more smells like more flavors in his.
His seems very leathery to me, which I like. Brown sugar and leather.
There is definitely a similarity in there, but I do actually think that the one that we do not have, I don't know anything about this. Like, I can't remember if I liked it or didn't like it. I'm sure I liked it.
Oh yeah, we loved this one. His smells leathery. Ours smells fruity.
Yeah. That's my answer. Yeah. You can see how we can do videos sometimes where I'm just like, yeah, it's good.
James Bandy says, we all are Oregonians and need to get together. Yeah, I would love to do an Oregon meetup, and we've been talking about it forever.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
going to at some point. I actually think that we should do one at Bull Run Distillery in Portland.
Yeah.
I think that would be really fun.
Yeah.
The next time we go there, I actually don't know when Julie's been making all our plans because I've been working nonstop, so I don't know what our plans are this year. But if the next time we're in Portland, I'll let you guys know.
Is that actually in city center or is it?
It's downtown.
Outside?
It's actually a little bit north. It's not too far from Freeland. It's not too far from that taco cart that I love so much, El Diablo.
El Diablo. Oh my gosh!
No,
and it's over on. If you live in Portland, I don't know if it's still there, but it was last year. Vaughn Street, Vaughn and 24th, something more like Vaughn and 24th. El Diablo. It used to be in our neighborhood when we lived there, and then they moved. It was like so heartbreaking. The best tacos.
The best tacos. Should we sip this? You drinking Brent's?
Yeah, Brent's.
Okay, here we go.
There was a good bubble gum note. Ooh, I like this. Ooh.
Ooh.
No, we do not want. Sorry, peach Coke. Bad idea.
Bad idea.
We all know that. I just lost my train. We all know it's delicious. That's why Coy Hill is delicious.
That's
we don't need to put it in.
Super sugary back end. That's a leather bomb. This one is a leather daddy.
Do you think 5 glasses in an hour and 15 minutes is too many?
After the day we had and the way this thing started,
can I say this like small pours? Not really, but
oh boy, that's a great glass. Thank you, Brent Pounds, for the sample. This is wonderful. I'm gonna have to email them, let them know.
Okay, I'll get serious about this. Good caramel notes.
Mm-hmm.
There's really nice oak. Kind of sugary. It tastes like a dark brown sugar.
I like that snap of leather. I think that's delicious.
This has less Tennessee. You know, like Tennessee sometimes has a flavor. Obviously,
the entire state.
Not the entire state, but when you drink
the people, the state.
It doesn't have that on this too much. I think because it's so it's a little bit spicy. We'll see.
Boy, that one is wow, the coat, the way it hangs around, it's like a
party in your mouth.
Like a fur-lined, like a giant coat that's fur-lined, the way it just.
Yeah, it sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Faux fur.
It's good.
We love the animals.
Yeah. Fake fur. Of course. One more glass and the kitty's taking over.
You'd much rather see the cat just running around.
Last I saw, she was actually like wall crawling. The house is a disaster now. Time for Julie to start drinking from a bottle.
Yeah, we've been there. There's a slight note of banana in here, but not like fresh banana.
Right.
Not like a runts. Almost like a dried banana, like dried fruit.
Banana chips?
Banana chips.
Sure.
Yeah, of course. I like that.
Hey, your cat is at my place. She might be for all we know.
She's getting more adventurous.
She's very bold.
Before we would go towards the door, try to open it, and she'd freak out and run underneath the bed. And now, because I have her on the leash and I'm trying to get her to coax her out, maybe meet the neighbor cat. They like to stare at each other through the thing.
Oh, I forgot we have some hilarious photos of them.
I really want the neighbor cat and her to be friends.
I just see her shadow, and it's just feet dangling off a box.
Perfect. Anyway, but now every time I open it, she really wants to dart for the outside, but she'd be too scared. So
yeah, she wants to party.
Keep an eye on her.
We doing glass 2 here?
Yeah.
This one's fruitier. It's fruitier from top to bottom.
I actually like the nose on glass 1 better.
I like the nose better on glass 1, but just as a differentiator.
Are you sure these are the same proof point? Whoa!
Ours drinks hotter.
This is so disappointing. Literally 2 for 2. Somebody gives us a sample, and we have the other bot.
The other one's a Brett Pounds one too.
Yeah, Brett Pounds gave us a sample of something, and we have
soon.
the other one.
That video might be out Monday.
And I'm like, oh, we bought not the crisp, but like we bought the worst one.
We got the worst one, yeah.
And that's how I feel about
the
this
one
right
he
now.
sent is remarkable. Ours does coat very, very well.
Holy smokes! I'm gonna have to get past the proof on this one. I feel like this is like 10 proof points less.
But it's not
131.
I would be surprised if it's not actually stronger than ours.
Couldn't
Just
it be
based
like
on our correspondence about
126?
that bottle.
Oh my gosh! Like this drink's so hot. Like,
I feel like what is the alien thing in the movie Chestbuster?
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm feeling like right now.
And it's not like we didn't warm up.
It's a Kentucky. That's a Kentucky bear hug.
Jeez, usually, yeah.
Oh boy. Everybody wants to know what like a food pairing. Everybody likes food and whiskey pairings. I think I would probably pair this with Tums.
Second sip is better. Ooh, actually, okay. If you can get past the, it is warm. Man, it was warm and then dissipated and then it like came in like a freight train. I actually think the flavors are wonderful on our bottle.
Yeah, there's a bitterness there.
But the first and third seconds are like almost like not bitterness, but it's like surprise and then heat.
There is more of a mushy banana bread note and more of an oak note on our bottle. His is all leather and brightness. And I actually, from the smell, thought that his was just going to be leathery and oaky and dark flavors. But his is just more well-balanced, I think, because it has some brightness, has some darkness, and it doesn't absolutely assault your senses. Woo. How many pizzas do we have?
I think we only have like 3 slices. It's real depressing.
We don't have frozen pizzas?
Oh, we do. Yeah.
Yay. Hey, Nick the Greek is here. Cheers.
There are a couple bottles that we have on the shelf where it takes a couple sips to find the beauty of them.
How many sips will this one take?
I just took my 3rd one and I love it. Like, I think it's so good.
It is delicious. Regardless, it is like, very good.
It was a shock. Then it was like a ride, and then it was like, oh yeah, I like this.
We got Lyle in the house tonight. Welcome, Lyle. Yes, and absolutely.
Waving.
As much water as you can get.
Sorry. I did that to the cat. I'm always like, honey, and it feels like she doesn't know what that is.
She doesn't know what that is. I saw.
I will not stop doing it.
I saw a GIF the other day, and it was Forrest Gump, and he's on his boat. And he's like getting the big smile because the clown from It is waving in this tall grass.
I don't like that. Yeah.
So the clown is waving, and then he comes over and he gets this big wave, and it was like when your friend gets your sense of humor, and I was like, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, here's and I'm not doing a fair assessment right here because I know that we're gonna pick our
right.
Our winner.
In 5 minutes, we're gonna pick a winner.
I'm not giving it a super fair assessment, but this is my assessment in like my 30-second blind here. Not blind, but my 30-second tasting. This one, that's not ours.
Right.
So delicious right out of the gate. Loved it. The flavors were great. Holy smokes.
Approachable.
The Kentucky hug is like a real thing, and that is from glass number 2. Glass number 2, the surprise and the hug are just like on another level on this one. But the more that I drink them, the more I like this one than I like this one. There's
a tobacco that starts to show up on glass too. And that earthy richness is really, there's an intensity too.
Yeah.
Obviously there's an intensity on glass too. You're right. The more you sip it, the more you enjoy it. Glass 1 off the bat is a stunner. It's delicious.
If you only got 1 sip, you would definitely pick this glass.
That hug is a grapple.
But I think the glass 2 has a lot to offer.
Yes.
If you're going the distance.
Considering it's been one of my favorite whiskeys of all time for years now, for a couple of years, I'm shocked that Brent's sample that he sent us is this good. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But they're both great.
Yeah. I can't get over how hot.
This has got a caramel and everything. James Norwood's coming over later for a slice. We'll save you one.
Yeah. So last night, I feel like we worked a lot, got to dinner prepping. We're not old, but we definitely would eat.
Speak for yourself.
We would definitely eat the early bird special every day if we could. Like, we do have friends who work that more Norwegian, like dinner at 10 p.m. So when we visit them,
Norwegian? Is that a Norwegian thing?
Well, I think it's like I just think that people eat later in Europe.
That's probably true.
And so I don't know what. I just remember them going somewhere over there and then them eat, they're like, this is our jam. Like nobody even goes out till 10. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm too old for that.
Even in Europe, I've been out of time.
And so every time we visit them, it's like, yeah, we start dinner at like cooking dinner at 5:30 and they start prepping dinner at 9. So we like meet in the middle, like at 8:30 or like an 8:30.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a good thing. I could definitely
I could shut it down at 7:30 every night.
Dinner.
If I could get away with it, I would shut it down at 7:30.
And it's cold now, so I drink a lot of tea.
I love tea.
Yeah. Okay, so
what your final decision? If you had to pick one of these two to say, I want that bottle.
Oh no.
Of these two, we'll make a decision and then we'll make a choice. We'll pull a name to get a flight with us.
I see that. Also, it says Europe eats later. I'm not a morning person or an evening person.
You are a person, though.
Yeah, I don't want to stay up till 2 a.m. Because what do you do? I'm not. My
mom always said nothing good happens after midnight.
Yeah, and I remember my mom made that same comment. I was like, that's ridiculous. And now as an adult, I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're only either going to drink more or cause havoc or whatever, right? I don't know. I like eating early and then going to bed. I'm like a middle of the road person. Not early. I'm not late.
I'm a middle of the road person. That makes me a side of the road person?
Probably.
Oh,
I'm picking you up on the side.
I think that was probably in our wedding vows. Bob Long, you are in. And
oh yeah, you told me I have to choose.
Yeah, we're gonna run the I don't know where my phone. I turned my phone off earlier because I couldn't afford the Wi-Fi.
Graham cracker.
Which one?
On graham cracker on the Brent pounds.
On the Brent pounds. Brent pounds tastes like a graham cracker.
I did put less in our glass. Mine's kind of empty. So do you have a choice? Which one do you like?
I think I like Brent's better.
Do you? So what year is ours?
They're all the same. They're all 2020s. They're just different barrels.
Gotcha.
Single barrel.
Okay.
Bob, you are in. Terrence was playing Polly Pockets and reading bedtime stories. That's pretty much the same thing we were doing here. Peach Coke. I should get to bed. My fake knee is hurting.
Are you bionic?
We're gonna need story time on that.
You AI? You're the new whatever chat, GT chat or whatever it's called. We'll all be out of jobs shortly.
ECBP C921 for Michael Hoffer. Hey, I've been drinking Larceny Barrel Proof C920 for the last couple of nights because that bottle is nearing the end, and we just finally got another Larceny Barrel Proof this past week, and that means the other one's got to go. So you got to put the new stock back of the old. I learned that when I was working at a grocery store.
I've had too much. Perfectly honest that I wasn't paying attention, but I was thinking about these two drinks. And I'm a little disappointed because I feel like maybe we get the short end of the stick because we don't have a big population here. Because But
that's why it's special to be here.
But I think I like Brett's better. And why?
Brent lives in Utah. There's not a huge population there.
He lives in Salt Lake. That's a big city.
Salt Lake and Portland. What are they about the same size?
We don't live in Portland.
Well, no, we don't.
Well, I know, but we're hold on, I'm looking up the population.
Julie's gonna look this up. All right, so we're gonna check out the populations of Utah and Oregon really quickly.
Not Utah. Wait, so wouldn't it be by city or is it by state? If you got a single barrel.
Oh, I don't know. Oregon is everything by state, so I don't know.
Oh, forget it, because Salt Lake only apparently has 200,500, and we have 100,000 people, so it's pretty similar.
All right, do you have a phone on you?
Yes.
Can I use it? Because we need Siri to pick a random number for us. Unless somebody else out there has Siri.
No.
Does anybody? No? We don't want to do it that way? Wait. You don't have a phone. That's a $5 bill.
Oh, it's on the floor. Of course it is.
Did Mavis do that?
Oh, no. We switched, where we were doing this live stream. All right, I'm going to randomize it.
You randomize it, and then how many numbers do we have?
We got a lot of numbers today. 210.
210?
I know, it's good. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Love you.
By the way, the video that we're going to do for this has not been recorded yet, so it's going to be probably a couple weeks before you receive it. But we will be sending you that and a little bonus bottle of something else. For the bottoms up flight.
I was going to say I'm in charge of shipping, and I leave tomorrow to go visit some families. So I may get it out before I leave, and if not, it'll be like in another week or two. Yeah.
Hang on, Holden Kirkwood. What is up, Holden? First off, welcome. PDX Bottle Find reporting in. You can always report to us. We love this. On Wednesday, I found a few 4 Roses single barrel proof picks at Rose City Liquor.
I love Rose City.
Rose City Liquor.
Yay!
It's our favorite Portland store.
Yeah.
Aged just shy of 12 years. We're gonna have to get up there and see the crew. We love them. They've been very good to us.
You don't know this yet, but we're going in May to Portland.
I actually didn't know that.
It's part of the calendar that you haven't looked at yet.
Oregonian Patreons, put May on your calendar for a Bull Run meetup. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah. We'll be in touch.
Independent Joe and Bourbon Bites going through a flight of honey finished whiskeys. I'll watch that. I'm curious about that. I'm a bourbon fan follower and a side of the road guy. That's my new mantra. I'm telling you, I make my mom proud every day. Don't worry, she has a plan. Yeah, it's fine. I just follow her around. All right, what are her numbers? How many? 210?
210 or something. Or something is what I said. Sorry.
Kevin Smith, the Kevin Smith. We just watched Dogma a couple of nights ago.
I wish. Support our channel. If you're movie Kevin Smith.
If you are the Kevin Smith, let's get together and
or
release
if
Dogma.
if it's Jay being Kevin Smith.
Jay doing a Kevin Smith impression on a Bourbon Van live stream would be the most amazing thing.
We just watched all 3 Clerks.
We did.
Back to back to back. Then we watched
Did
Dogma.
you know there's a Clerks 3 out there? There is.
Yeah. And then we watched Dogma. And then we're big fans of Mallrats, even though it got like a lot of smashed tomatoes on Apple review.
Well, we watched it for the first time in 1995.
I was going to say, we're kids of the 90s, so we love these movies. 210.
Just a Kevin Smith, not the. We're not going to hold it against you. We still appreciate you.
He'll never know.
All right. How many numbers do we have there?
210.
210. All
Lovely.
right.
Thank
Here we go. Do you have audio? Here, I'm going to turn up your
audio.
audio.
I don't have Siri on my phone. I turned Siri off.
She's on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because I turn her off because she's always listening.
If it's not her, I don't know what voice we're about to get. Here we go.
Oh, it's a guy and he's British.
It's Sir something. It's not Siri. It's Sir David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Give me a number between 1 and 210. It's not speaking.
Yeah, because
all right, but I'm going to show it to you. It says 199. That is a very high number. Who is it?
Barter Hordes.
Barter Hordes. You're a winner. You are a winner. Now, we talked about this before the show.
We did.
If there was a threshold met, we were going to do a second one.
We were.
Did we hit the threshold?
We did.
We're doing a second one. Why doesn't your Siri make noise?
Because either the volume's not up because I don't like it.
I'm turning silent mode off. Here we go.
So wait, I gotta undo this.
Undo the Barter Hordes.
I gotta take a barter out.
Barter, you are number 1, and we are gonna do a second one here. So hang in there, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep drinking these whiskeys. That's a great idea.
I just keep popping in because I think I come out.
I like fake Siri.
It's not that I don't trust Siri. I think we've talked about this before that we have.
You don't trust any AI.
Yeah, I don't know. I've watched enough Will Smith movies where the robots come back and kill you that I'm like.
The only Will Smith thing I've ever seen is Fresh Prince. I don't remember that happening.
I will be perfectly honest. If AI comes, because right now AI is writing like content and like passing bar exams, whatever. Yeah. And I'm in advertising.
I think that says more about the people passing bar exams than the AI.
True. And I'm in advertising, and I'm like, great. AI comes in, takes all of our jobs. If I can get like a supplemental salary, like
now that's Norwegian.
What do you call it? Like the what's that word? The where you get like a baseline.
Where's JT? He knows these words.
Ernie is a cat. Where are you right now? So whatever it is where you like everybody gets
supplemental.
No, it's like some sort of anyway. If AI comes in and steals all our jobs, but I still get like a baseline, I'll be like, I'm okay with that. I can live super cheap in a van.
Yeah.
No,
I
can live super cheap in the van. I could make that happen.
We just lived exclusively in the van, this channel would be probably all we did.
Yeah.
AI is coming for your bourbon. As long as it's making more bourbon, who cares?
The AI
universal basic income. There you go. Thank you, Terrence. Kevin Smith got it too. Terrence, UBI. He even gave us the acronym.
I'm a fan of you. Probably there's a bunch of subscribers here, but I'm a fan of universal.
You just don't want to work anymore, and I don't think we're going to lose anybody for saying that.
I feel like if we're all on the same page, like if everyone gets like the same level, right? We're all equal. We live in America. We should all be equal. You can choose to like work your butt off and make a bunch more money. But if you just want to chill in the van like I want to do, I'm like, I'm good with that. Go to national parks, all that stuff.
So you want me to supplement your income. Yeah. That's what's going to happen here. And I'm okay with that. Let's do it. The heck with it. Yeah. I don't want to work that hard anyway. AI is coming for your bourbon. I love that.
I do too. That's awesome. All right. I'm redistributing.
I think, okay. Here's something that we should GoFundMe. The world's first AI distillery. Let the AI determine all of it and do it.
What is the best?
Can you imagine how bad it would be?
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. They'd be too intellectual about it.
They'd be like, we need to age these barrels for 6 months in the Cascades.
I do understand that, like, there's a lot of chemistry involved.
Sure.
In making what we're drinking right now. But the AI would get would not think about the experience, the joy, the things that make bourbon amazing. It takes out well, the people, but like it takes out that element of like pure enjoyment, which is why I drink bourbon, because I think it's just a beautiful drink to share with friends. The flavors are fun and exciting. I just like them.
The whiskeys we tried tonight were exciting. A big thank you, by the way, to Kathy Huey, to Driver Joe, to Eric Gunderson. These were great whiskeys. To Brent Pounds, to our own shelf around the corner, and to the cat for not destroying it so far. I know
she's been really. I shouldn't say this out loud, but she tears apart the entire house, but she has not hit the cabinet yet.
Where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right.
Bourbon of the Week did a Chat GPT
bourbon
video the other day. That was actually really interesting. We enjoyed it. I can't wait till we're replaced by Chat GPT.
On this channel?
Yeah, I assume it'll be more
fun. Just want my actual job to be replaced.
We just want to do this.
This is fun.
We'll keep doing this. Are you ready for another number?
Please.
All right, hang on. John Dykeson is here. Welcome, John. You're new to the channel. See the welcome you get here. This community,
I love
this community. All right.
I'm just twisting my hair here.
What are the numbers?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. 190. We're down to 190.
190.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I just turned it off. Oh no! I just took a screenshot. Give me a number between 1 and 190. Nope. It went between 1 and 1.
So fun.
Give me a number between 1 and 190.
It's 62.
It is 62. Who do we have at 62? We randomized everybody's entries, by the way. Canadian Chris. Congratulations. You will be also, along with Barter Hordes.
That's a new one. We haven't had Canadian Chris hasn't won anything on our live stream before.
You will be drinking along with us on a future Bottoms Up episode. Has to be recorded yet, but we do have the bottles already chosen, so we can get that out to you relatively soon.
Yep.
We'll keep you posted on that. But Canadian Chris, we don't have your email, so definitely send us an email at thebourbonvan@gmail.com and share your mailing address with us so we can get that out to you. So Canadian Chris and Barter Hordes. Barter, I don't know if we have your. No, we should have your email. We got it on Patreon. So but there you go. There's your two winners, and Bottoms Up coming soon. Some fun new things.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for sticking with us with those technical difficulties early on.
Seriously, don't go back and watch the first 15 minutes of videos. Skip to the end. Skip to right now.
Yeah.
Sent my mailing out just again. Did you send it to everybody? It's just like I want samples.
Just put it in there, and we're just gonna bombard you with.
Like, find me on the road on my bike. Well, thank you everybody for joining us and sticking with us. Like Julie said, this was a very trying beginning to our night, but it worked out very well.
I had a great time.
Me too.
I had a great time. Love you guys.
Love you. Yeah, I was just saying love you to you, but yeah,
that's fine too.
Thanks again, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. Patreons in Oregon, stay tuned. We're going to do a meetup soon. And from wherever we are,
to wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm trying to click this while I'm drinking. It never